Hey guys, last week I posted a list of topics on Instagram, and the one that got the most attention was pregnancy announcements and how I've dealt with those over the last 5 years as we've been trying to have our second child. And it's not always been graceful, to say the least, but I've learned a lot over the last 5 years. So back when we first started trying, pregnancy announcements were, normal. I knew that I had polycystic and I knew my cycles weren't regular. So they were a little emotional because I knew that it might take us a little while to get pregnant. It got to the point where after a year we'd been trying, I was a mess. Every pregnancy announcement just hit harder than last, and I took them so personally. I really struggle with that, and over time I started cutting people out of my life because I was terrified of them saying they were pregnant again, wondering if they were going to tell me, or who was going to tell me, who wasn't going to tell me, and how I was going to have to find out they were pregnant again. And it just all was so emotional, and I was so mentally broken down. And so I started cutting people out, and I just started becoming a recluse, and I started just really staying to myself. I didn't really want to have much to do with anyone else. It even got to the point where if some people announced they were pregnant, I just deleted them from Facebook. I just deleted them from my phone. I wanted nothing to do with them. I'm not proud of that fact at all. I'm quite embarrassed that that's how I chose to deal with it at the time, but I did the best with what I had at the time. By 3 years, I was just so depressed, so angry at the world. I basically couldn't handle anyone's happy news. I couldn't hardly ever be happy for anyone else. I was just so focused on myself. So then I started therapy, and that was one of the topics we have discussed in therapy, is pregnancy announcements and how to deal with them. It's been a long process to get to a better place. I can only name maybe less than 8 people that have told me personally that they were pregnant before they announced it. I so appreciate the people that did. And I don't mean like face to face necessarily, but either a text message or an email, or, and not even having to delve way into the fact that we can't get pregnant, but just saying, hey, I just want to let you know before I announce that I'm expecting. I just thought, it might be nice for you to know that ahead of time. Just something like that. I really appreciated the people that have done that. It made when they announced a lot easier, less of a shock, whatnot, even though it shouldn't be shocking that anyone's getting pregnant. So over time during therapy, I have, we've talked about the kind of happy for you, sad for me. It's never that I wish someone wasn't pregnant. It's that I wish I was too. I wish that we were celebrating that as well, because it's the one thing that we want to have in our family, is to have another baby. So now currently how I'm dealing with it is I've accepted that I don't have to be happy for everyone. I don't have to respond to every pregnancy announcement. I don't have to like every pregnancy announcement, but I eventually get through it once it's sunk in. I can be supportive and I can be happy for them. I don't have to block people out of my life. I don't have to delete people out of my life or delete them off Facebook. And for the most part, I've been able to deal with pregnancy announcements a lot better and accept that I am sad for myself that I'm not pregnant. And when I can be, I will be happy for others. It's a process. I have to look out for myself. I see other people, moving on with their lives, moving on with having kids, and other people who had kids at the same time I had Ava, our oldest, and have 3 and 4 kids by now. And that's what I wanted for my life. And I have to accept that that's not my life. And it takes me some time. And I'm so grateful when people are patient with me. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at accepting other people's announcements and happiness. And I hope someday we have that happiness to share as well. But we're so happy with Ava, and so happy that we were able to get pregnant with Ava. And I understand that a lot of people look down a little bit on secondary infertility because we do have a child, but that doesn't mean we don't want more children. And that doesn't mean that the people who don't have infertility didn't want their second and third and fourth child. It's kind of how I've been dealing with it, is being patient with myself, showing myself love and patience, and allowing myself to take things as they come and take things for what they are and not borrow trouble. I regret so much the people I've hurt over the years of how I've responded to their announcements. Some I think have forgiven me, some I know haven't forgiven me. That's on me. I did the best with what I could. I do better now. I'll keep trying to do better, but I can only do what's in me at the time. So that's been my history with dealing with pregnancy announcements. It's not been pretty. It's not been super fun, but I've gotten through 5 years of it. So I'm going to stop promising you guys more videos at different times, because I have no idea when I'll do the next one. I'll start a day and then I won't finish it. So we'll just see what happens. I'll probably cover another topic. I'll try and do something different, but we'll see. I've been working out at home more. My weight's kind of been stagnant. I'm going to try and introduce in more low glycemic index foods and see if that helps a little bit. I know I need to be focusing on lower carb, and I haven't been doing super great at that. My goal right now is to be below 300 by my daughter's birthday on March 15th. I've been trying to get to below 300 for so long now, and I feel just kind of stuck. So my goal with my therapist that we talked about this week is just introducing some non-negotiables, some things that every day I have to do no matter what. So the list that we came up with was I have to eat breakfast, which I've been doing for a while now, but I just wanted to make sure it was on the list. I have to exercise for at least 30 minutes. I have to meet my step goal. I have to stay within my calories, and I have to take my vitamins and medicine. Those are my 5 health non-negotiables that I need to focus on. That's where I'm at right now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.